You just stumbled into the space that's about to change your mindset forever. Today, we're not playing small. This isn't another video telling you to drink water and smile more. We're going all in. After this video, you're gonna start moving different. You're going to walk into every room like you're the greatest of them all because honestly, you are. Let me start by telling you something you probably never hear enough. You are allowed to believe you are that girl, to believe that you deserve the best, not because you have something to prove, but because you were born worthy of it. So today, we're rewiring your brain. We're stepping into the most confident, elegant, unbothered version of you. First, stop explaining yourself to people. Every time you explain why you do something, you're asking for permission. You don't need permission. You are the standard. Your decisions don't need to be defended. You want to wear something bold? Do it. You want to take a break and not reply immediately? Do it. No explanation, just action. That's power. The more you explain yourself or show others you owe them something, they start to believe it. Imagine this. Every day you go to work at 9 a.m., your neighbor goes to work at 7 a.m. One day, you decided to leave your apartment an hour early, so you went down at 8 a.m., but you saw your neighbor looking for a taxi and you realized your neighbor doesn't have a car to go to work with. So you offered to take your neighbor with your own car. When you drop them off at work, your neighbor tells you, "I don't know how I can thank you. This means a lot to me." The next day, you offer again, but this time he says, "Thank you." The day after, he says, "Bye," and the more you offer, your neighbor eventually believes it's their right and will expect it from you each time. The more available you are and the more you say yes to somebody, they start to think you have to say yes to their orders, but you don't. And you don't need to excuse yourself or explain why you can't meet with your friends. If you don't want to go, then don't. Here's a secret. Confident girls move slow. They don't rush to speak. They don't rush to reply. They don't rush to prove. Practice pausing. Take your time before you speak. Take your time walking. There's power in silence and in calm movements. People will lean in closer, wondering what makes you so composed. You will look 10 times more interesting and well-carried if you stay calm. In all situations, I know, it's hard not to get mad when someone is insulting your favorite football team, but the more you stay calm, you will always look like the bigger person no matter the situation. When you're confident, you know your worth. So you don't fight for the attention, it comes to you, even if you don't speak. How do you carry yourself when no one's watching? Fix your posture. Shoulders back, chin slightly up. Start practicing walking gracefully around your room. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask, does this look like someone who doubts herself? If not, adjust. You are going to glow up mentally the moment you look at yourself through others' eyes. Let's say you keep texting this guy waiting for a DM back, whilst he's purposely leaving you on scent. But who can blame him when you aren't looking at yourself through his eyes? If you still don't understand, I will explain it in even better terms. When you notice someone keeps spam texting you, although you just met yesterday, not only is it annoying, but it also hints to you that this person doesn't really respect themselves. So the image you take of others, you should also apply to yourself, because in the end, you're like everybody around you, and they also have opinions about you. Before you pick up your phone in the morning, close your eyes. Imagine yourself as the most confident version of you. What's she wearing? How does she talk? How does she enter a room? Visualize it. That version of you already exists. You just have to start showing up as her. So if the best version of you gets the best grades and takes care of her appearance, then always ask yourself before doing anything, what would she do? You can also use this if you have a role model or someone you look up to. You can always try to think from their perspective. You don't need to announce every goal. Move quietly. Work on yourself in silence and let the results make the noise. I already spoke about this in another video, but it is very important. The more you share information about your plans with others, the less the chances are for them to happen. It's of course fine to have discussions with your friends, ask for their opinions, but they don't need to know every detail about your life. Especially if it's someone you hardly know or aren't even close with. Even if it's a small detail or something that doesn't really matter, if we aren't close, you don't need to know anything about me. This also applies to social media. Posting every detail and move of your life online is probably even worse considering how dangerous it is and how anyone can take things out of context. Every icon has a signature. Find yours. Maybe it's spritzing a certain perfume before leaving the house. Maybe it's wearing bold earrings. Maybe it's having a signature drink order. These small habits build your aura. It leaves a mark on people and makes them remember you whenever they encounter your signature elsewhere. You are not for everyone. Not everyone will get you. That's okay. You have to understand you can't befriend everyone. No matter how perfect and beautiful you are, there will always be somebody who has something to say. Take a moment to think about someone you look up to. It's impossible. Loved by everyone. And although it could be sad, a confident person would let it go and move on. I know it's hard, but once you master letting go of others' opinions, it will feel easier than ever. Let them think what they want. You're focused on bigger things. From now on, no more apologizing for existing. You are the greatest of them all. I believe it. Now it's time for you to believe it too. I hope this video benefited you in any way. And remember, if you need anything, your big sis is always here.